Hello guys, welcome back to another Blu-ray hunting video. New location unlocked today. We are in Port Talbot. First time I've ever been here. I'm starting to look a bit like I need to get my hair cut, don't I? Christ, this is a bit long. Normally I have it done on like the 20th of the month because when I get paid. So yeah, it's the 15th today. So I'm due, but I didn't have as much off as I normally have off. So it just makes me look a bit thin now towards the end of the month. Anyways, I'll be having that done before I go away next weekend to London because I'm going to see Dua Lipa. So it's going to be a fun time there. Yes, new location unlocked today, Port Talbot, CEX. I've never been here before and I've just literally drove here, parked up, and I can see the store there on Sunday at the moment today. And you can park on a Sunday, yeah, it's just Monday to Saturday times up there. So Sunday you can park here all day for free. So that's amazing. I haven't had to pay to park. Great stuff. I am here for one thing in particular. Today in CEX because I've seen it on the app, so that's what we're hopefully going to see if we can find and check out. Now I can also see, I can see CEX on there, but I can also see a T Haven sign, I think, as well as a British Art Foundation. So I mean, they're right by CEX, so if somebody's got Blu-rays and stuff, surely they won't just take them to a charity shop, they'd take them into the CEX. But anyway, we'll have a look anyways as well. We're also going to go to Swansea after this, so we're on tour. This is one of those on tour episodes I was on about in terms of going places I've never really been and I can't go every week because of just distance. Port Talbot I've never been to ever before, similar to Cheltenham and Gloucester when we did that, but I have been to the Swansea store before and I've done a video on the channel on that. I did it once and that's the only time I've ever been to the Swansea store, so interesting to go there as well, take a look and try and scope that out, because I kind of need to, because it's part of a video that I've got coming soon on the channel. Stay tuned for that. We are here though on Sunday, of course, today, doing that today, and then Monday we will be going and checking out all of the new releases in HMV in Cardiff. I'm going to be doing this probably every week. I'm going to try to anyways, you know, because the videos just do really well if I'm actually showing what is out that week. They just do. So I'm going to try and do it more. Some days I have got to be in the office, genuinely. Other days I don't, but I still could go to the office and work anyways and just film that footage on lunch. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to edit this video today, now Sunday, and then all I've got to do tomorrow will be go to the office, lunchtime, film my footage. When I get home on the train, then I'll normally put that footage together. So all I got to do is get in the house, film my end of the video bit and the voiceover of HMV, and that's it. So I'm going to get myself to a position to do that today. That's the plan. Not a big week again this week though, release wise. We don't have as much as we've been expecting. The big release this week, I think it was it this week or was it next week? I think it was meant to be next week actually. Yeah, I'm ahead. I'm a little bit ahead, but the good, the bad, the ugly basically is what I was going to say. It's been delayed until August, similar to what happened to for a few dollars more. So a little bit of a shame there, but we've got to wait a little bit longer. And to be honest, I saw it coming because I haven't had my review disc and it's meant to be out in a week or two. So there's something that's gone awry there. But anyways, the big release this week then is the Nice Guys 4K edition, limited edition from Second Sight. That is out this week. And then we get similar to, well, not similar to Arrow, but they do it differently in terms of you get the limited edition box set, but you can also on the release day just choose to get the Blu-ray. If you want to get that standard edition, you can. You haven't got to get the limited edition like Arrow do, and then a couple of weeks later they release the standard. So yes, you haven't got to do that. Witness 4K is meant to be out this week on Arrow. But a few people have been getting emails to say that it's been delayed, so I'm not too sure if that's actually out this week, but that is meant to be out. Vintage classics then, we've got The Third Man in 4K, as well as Darling coming out in 4K. One from 1949, and then Darling is from 1965. BFI then, we've got Chantal Ackerman, Volume 2. That is from 1982 right up until 2015, and that is 1,002 minute long. Bloody hell, that's a lot. Hong Kong 1941 is out from Eureka as well, from 1984, and then Exact Revenge is out from Eureka as well. That is from 1972. 4K wise then, we get Black Bag. This is one of the big mainstream releases this week. Mike Fassbender and Kate Blanchett, Pierce Brosnan. I didn't like this that much in the cinema, to be honest. That's coming out, of course, on a 4K as well as a Blu-ray. Speaking of Blu-ray, we also get a new release then. This is Miller's Girl. This stars Jenna Ortega and the guy from The Hobbit, Martin Freeman. This is released on Dazzler Media, 93 minutes long. I have seen this film and I did enjoy it, to be honest. It wasn't a well-made film, but it was quite enjoyable. So I think he's playing a teacher. And yeah, she, like, it's a bit erotic, but it's not erotic at the same time. from what I remember. BFI then, another BFI one here, For Mothers. That is out. That is from 2024. Not heard of that, but that is coming out. Warner Archive then, we've been getting a lot of these recently, and that is coming out with Frankenstein 1970. Another one from the Warner Archive then is going to be From Beyond the Grave. Both of those on a Blu-ray, of course. And then we also have a release for Point Blank from 1967 coming out by Warner Brothers. The Treasure of Sierra Madre is coming out from 1948. I think this came out recently, or maybe this was delayed, because I feel like I said that recently, but that is coming out today apparently. Village of the Damned is also coming out on a Blu-ray, as well as The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. That is from 1953, that one. Final one then from Warner Brothers then we're getting is Ice Station Zebra 1968. It really feels like they're doing a lot of their like legacy titles and re-releasing them, or releasing them for the first time on Blu-ray. So if there's any of those classics that you guys grew up with, or a lot of you grew up with, I don't even know what all these films are, they're coming out, so it's pretty cool. Only one anime this week though, or two. We've got Sing Yesterday for Me, that is from 2020, and then the final release then is Princess Principal Crown Handler, and that is from 2023, coming out there. So that is all the releases this week. As I say, not really that much, like one big mainstream one in terms of black bag. You've got the Nice Guys box set coming out, so not a really big week really, but be interesting to see if we see those box sets and stuff in HMV, of course, on Monday. But first, forgetting all that, we are on tour. We need to go to these places. We need to go to Port Talbot's CEX first, and of course those charity shops as well while we are here, and then we're going to be jumping over to Swansea. So let's go and check out what I want to see in CEX, because fingers crossed they have it still. I've just checked the app, it is still available, but hopefully, you know, it's not like in the time gap of somebody ordering online. So because this is the only one in the country in any CEX store that is here, so fingers crossed they have it. So you guys have to stay tuned to the end of the video, of course, to see if I do pick it up, which is going to be exciting. Hopefully we do. But right, let's get over there then. Let's go and take a look, of course, at some pickups, hopefully in CEX in Port Talbot. That was bloody 8 minutes long, that clip then, and I now need a drink. The things you guys don't see behind the scenes, it is exhausting doing YouTube sometimes. But yeah, let's get a drink as well while we're here. Spoons there. A lot of cheeky spoons, me. I had a few beers last night, well, one or two. Beautiful day though, and we are down by the sea as well today, so pretty cool. So I just parked my car over there, and then just over here is all the shops. So you can kind of see. Zoom in. There it is, the British Heart Foundation. The green one's T Haven, and then there's CEX. There's also a cash generator there, but it's a Sunday and it's shut. So first you're going to go into CEX though, because you've got to check out, of course, if that title is there. And if it's in good condition as well, that's the one thing. Let's go and see if they've got it. First time then, here we go, Port Talbot CEX. Lovely, lovely day. Let's take a look what we can find in here. Straight away though, quite a small store. 4K Blu-ray on the right hand side there. Pretty stacked section, to be honest. Let's look at the 4Ks though first, of course. We've got to check out that before we get into anything else. We've got some Marvel stuff here. We've got some Thor there, just down to £6 now, that 4K. We've got Star Wars there, Rise of Skywalker again, £6. £10 for Man of Steel with a slipcover. Awesome stuff on the 4Ks. £10 there for Independence Day 4. That is there. We've got some Wayne's World as well as Ghostbusters 2 there for £18. Doctor Strange and some Amazing Spider-Man as well for just £6 there for number 2. We've got some Last Night in Soho. Still yet to see this film, to be honest, but this is one of those first editions, but it doesn't come with that box. Is that a fake advert? We've got Scream there. We've got some Oppenheimer, Austin Powers, as well as some Top Gun Maverick. Down by here though, The Burbs is here, £10. This is from 1989. This is an Arrow release, of course. That is there for £10 to the clear Blu-ray case. Criterion then, we have then this one, Black Tight Killers. Actually, no, Radiance, sorry. It's the same case, but yeah, £8 there for that one. We've got Captain America down here, some Chernobyl, some Cake, some Cake? What? Cake? Chucky's down here, though. Series 2 of Chucky with a cover reprint. We also have The Conversation then as well, with a slip box, as you can see, Francis Ford Coppola. That is there as well. Looks like Harrison Ford is in this. That is there for £6 from 1974. Bowfinger, £8. This is like maybe a potential out of print, but something I've not seen
ever. Starring Steve Martin, of course, there for £8. District 9 Steelbook is here, though, for £5. Pretty good condition, considering it's just sat on the shelf. This is a film I still haven't seen, but I'm not sure if this is out in 4K. I think it is. We've got some Damages, I think it's called. Series 1 there for the TV show. That is on the shelf there for just £2. So nice to see from Glen Coast there. We've got Cow. This is the movie release. Quite fitting, actually, for the Cow. We've got Dread there, as well as How to Train Your Dragon for £2. The original animated movie, of course. We've got some Lost there next to some Lamb. So we've got Cow on movie, and then we've got Lamb on movie. That is there for £10. This one comes with a slipcover, however, but one of those really nice looking slips as well. We've got some Saw up here, some Smurfs, some Strangers. That's the original Strangers, starring Liv Tyler, of course. Some Sleeping Beauty there, £2.50 for your Disney. We've got some Sonic, some CEX. This looks like a 3D thing. Then we've got Snow White, the Steelbook, £12, the Blu-ray Steelbook with all that embossing, really good condition. And of course, Disney's first animated classic there for just £12. We've got Silence, that's the Martin Scorsese movie starring Liam Neeson, as well as Simpsons movie there for £4 on the shelf. And then next to that, then we've got Swiss Army Man for £8, starring Daniel Radcliffe. We've got then the Star Wars Clone Wars with those box things and those actual books, which are pretty cool. I've got both of these, £9. I paid £10 on Facebook Marketplace, so not too bad. But there they are there. The Pacific Tin is here on the shelf as well. That is there for £10. Pretty immaculate as well. Not a complete dent at all on it, really, apart from the top left a little bit, actually. Resident Evil, the collection, the first 4 films on Blu-ray. Very good price over there. £6 for 4 films is fantastic. We've got The Hunt down there. We've got some Happy Valley as well. This is series 2 of that for £2. Yet to ever see this. People raved about this at the time, didn't they? But that is out there for £2. British Art Foundation, then let's go and have a look there. It's the only charity shop that is open. Of course, go right to the back, 50p each or 3 for £1 on your DVDs. What have they got here on the shelf? We do have up here, though, some Blu-rays. Ender's Game, 50p. Breaking Bad, Series 1, 50p. They've got some Fast and Furious, 50p. So you could have got all of those for £1. That's not bad. Cold Feet is here, though, for £1.50. This is the complete series, the DVD box set. What's his name? James Nesbitt, is it? He was really good back in the day. Mamma Mia, here we go again. And a few common titles, of course, on DVD there.
Okay, we have made it to Swansea. I did pick up a Volvic drink for the journey, a little flavoured water. Let me just refix you guys. There we go. A little bit of sun coming in on this side, I think, so it's clouding the camera. Anyways, we made it to Swansea. Bit of a, as part of the challenge, which I haven't told you guys about, but the challenge video, this is going to be a bit difficult, this one, but we'll try. There's really a lot of traffic getting into the city. To be honest, but free parking again. We've managed to get here. We've got an hour to stay here, and also coming in, I actually managed to find a big Salvation Army donation centre charity shop thing. So we're going to go there on the way back because it'll be on my way when I'm leaving. And opposite it, or next to it, was Bernardo Superstore as well. So there's 2 big charity superstores here. So we're going to try them when we're here, 100%. The pay this bit chargeable from. You do need to pay. I do need to pay. That sign there, you can see it. These bays are chargeable. Okay, that's fine. I can use Me Permit as well, so I can use my app. I'll go and do that now. Right, let's go and do that then. Let's go and get that, and then we will head then to CEX in Swansea. So let's go. There we go. £1 for half an hour of parking. That's a lot. That's quite expensive. Yeah, there we go. Going until 1 o'clock, and it's currently. Oh, there's the car parking. It's currently, there's that one. Yes, it's currently 12:30, so half an hour, £1. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot, really, considering I had free parking in Port Talbot just then, but yeah, I just need to figure out where I need to go now. Oh, there's a Subway there. I really fancy a meal deal of sorts, so maybe I'll get a Subway. Tell you one thing, I've definitely chose a fantastic day to come out. Look at this. Swansea and Port Talbot, lovely weather. Some sort of car show on today. Look at this, outside CEX. What the heck? There they are, all these cars just outside CEX, camper vans. Loving it. Anyways, let's go into CEX. Let's go and see what we can find. Wow, can't remember it being this big.
Yes, very big store indeed. That much so that I nearly missed all the 4Ks because they're right next to the PS3 section. Plenty of Daniel Craig, James Bond ones there, the entire collection actually. And then they have this then, which is the first 4 movies as well. So you've got many choices of Daniel Craig. Next then we are seeing some Alien Romulus, some Aquaman, as well as Alien Covenant for £8 with a slipcover. A little bit beat up for me, a little bit scratched, but nice to see this with a slip out and about as well. Not something you see that often, to be honest. That is Covenant. They got Constantine. This is a very rare slipcover now. This is a new release, but you can't get this slipcover anyway, to be honest. So yeah, 20 quid still for this. It is quite a new release, as I say. We've got The Doors there, as well as Dune Part 1 for £12. Some Dark Knight, as well as Election. This is the Matthew Broderick movie, of course. £20 there with a slipcover as well. Pretty nice, and like really popping colours on that, I guess. Get Carter is there, as well as Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. This never came with a slipcover, funny or not, but the other ones did. That is there for £10 now, believe it or not. Really coming down in price. Godzilla, the first movie from 2014. Weird, because I actually picked this up in this store, and they've got another one here as I'm here on the day. Very strange. They've also got Godzilla X Kong there, as well as 2 copies of The Gift. This is the Arrow release there, £20 for that with slipcovers, although both of which are really bad condition, I would say, and quite grubby. We've got some Godzilla versus Kong there, as well as some Hellboy for £12. Down by here then I'm seeing some Life Coat, I think they were, or Life Coat, I don't know. Jurassic World Dominion, Joker, Inception, as well as some Iron Man there. Some Planet Earth, Prince of Darkness, some Star Wars, some Stand By Me, and plenty of other things there. Also seeing some Smile here. That is there for £10 with a pretty good slipcover as well on this one. Double Dolby as well, and that is there for 10 quid, so nice find. And then I'm also seeing some Empire Strike Back there. This is £18. Pretty expensive in my opinion for this, but that is there for 18 quid with that slip as well. Up here then we got some 10 Commandments, not to mention then some Terminator. I will be back. Yes, you will, Arnie. Here he is. This is the first Terminator movie there. 20 quid for that. We've got then some 21 Jump Street there, some James Bond as well in the Blu-ray section, a few legacy titles there, some Octopussy there, as well as then 12 Angry Men, £15 on the Criterion. This is one I picked up recently for $3.99 on a standard Blu-ray, but of course if you're on that more fancy release you can. The Brutalist though, £12. This is obviously a newish release, of course, starring Adrian Brody. That is there for £12 now, so pretty nice. Drive Away Dolls now is down to £10. This is the Blu-ray collector's edition that they have on the shelf. It's got a few other bits and bobs and booklet and all of that. I didn't mind this film. I did debate this, to be honest, but I didn't mind it. They've got Excalibur there though. This is the HMV Premium, of course. This is on the shelf for £12 with the box as well, and I'd say it's pretty minty. We've got some Lock, Stock and 2 Smoking Barrels for £12. This used to be a lot more expensive than it was, but not seeing it as expensive anymore. Not sure why, but yeah. Something you don't see all the time though, The Little Mermaid 2 for £2.50 on Blu-ray. I would never even, this wouldn't have been on my bingo card if they'd released this on Blu-ray, but it is £2.50. We've got The Nice Guys, of course, this week being the week of The Nice Guys. This is the original release for £4. You're going to start seeing a lot of these probably in CEX this week, because everyone's going to be upgrading them to the 4K and that fancy second sight release. We've got then another Criterion. This is The Tragedy of Macbeth from 2016. The case looks a bit disheveled because the artwork's out, but that is there for £10. We've then got Star Wars. This is the sequel trilogy. £15, of course, for the 3 movies that end the saga altogether, or some fans have retconned, but really nice box sets these are, really glossy, and again I'd like to have these on my shelf. Tangerine, £30. This is a second sight release. Says it comes with all the art cards, but again it just looks like the armour is there. Maybe all the stuff is behind, not too sure. We've got some Wizard of Oz though for £4, just a standard Blu-ray on the shelf, next to The Witch, as well as Wild Target there for £2, starring Emily Blunt, some Wonder Woman and some anime stuff there, not to mention some WWE at the very end. We've then got Fabalas, that's there from the Vintage Classics, next to Fury, as well as some Final Fantasy. No, not the game, I don't think, but it is on the shelf. We've then got some Final Destination for £6. That's the original movie. Frankenweenie, as well as some Fox and Hound. What a fantastic Disney film. 2 copies or 3 copies of Flight Risk at £10 each. Next then to the 8 movie box set of Fast and Furious, of course. The first 8 films in that franchise, £12 for all of them. Really, really good deal. And then a Criterion fancy release of the Grand Grand Budapest Hotel. Not seen this film. This is a Wes Anderson movie. £15 for that one. And then The Long Kiss Goodnight, starring Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson. Of course, had that Arrow 4K treatment recently. Now this is just our standard release, of course, there for £6. We then have in the cabinet plenty to look at here. This is a long clip, this one, but there's a lot going on. Watership down there, got some Doctor Who's, as you can see, all different prices, like tons and tons. Then we've got some Arrow box sets down here, Carlito's Way, some RoboCop there, Masters of the Universe is there, tons of stuff. They got Andor there for £115 on Steelbook, and then all the Mondo Steelbooks really are here. Like, there's so many of them. I think the most expensive one I saw was £62. They've got Venom, they've got Fall Guy, there's so much. Thor, Rocky 4, Aquaman. Look at this, it's so much. Look online at Swansea for their Steelbooks and stuff, loads.
Right, back in the car now, back over to this little car park area. We are going to go into the Salvation Army Donation Centre Plus. That's what Paul does. I've never been in one of these because this is not around by me. They haven't got any of these Donation Centre Pluses around me. So when I drove in, literally the road behind, I was like, oh, donation centre there. And then across the road they had, oh no, I think it's shut. Across the road they had Bernardo's. Bernardo's was definitely open. This doesn't look open. There's a guy looking through the window. Oh no. Yeah, it looks shut. Oh well, I'll show you anyways, but look shut. Oh, I really wanted to go in there. But yeah, no, when I come back to Swansea, because I'm going to be coming back very soon, I'm definitely going to have to come back on a Saturday, I think, because I've seen so many charity shops, so many different other stores, and it's Sunday and they're all shut. Every charity shop shuts on a Sunday, so I'm really going to have to come back here for like a proper day and do Port Talbot as well, but on a Saturday. I think that's going to be a day we'll do, you know, because I need to make the most of it. So in a couple of months, you know, maybe because I'll be back here pretty soon as part of the challenge, as I've said. So yeah, but I will just walk across the road now then to Bernardo's, but I'll show you guys this this place here because it looks pretty cool and I'm interested. So here is the Donation Centre Plus there for Salvation Army. And then right over there, that grey building, is the Bernardo's. So yeah, it's a shame it's closed though, but I'll just go and double check just to make sure the guy was wrong. No, I can literally see there says, look, 9 to 5 on a Saturday. I mean, it looks pretty big, doesn't it? Look at that. Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. I will be back, as Arnie would say, guys. Right, let's get over to Bernardo's. Fingers crossed they haven't shut for lunch or something. I'll leave my car here. All I can do is just walk across the road. Saves me getting the car back out. Just cross the road, it's easier. And here it is, across the road. Bernardo's Superstore. Let's go and see what they've got. Bernardo's Superstore then, really massive unit this is. Entertainment section in the corner, of course, all the books in one area and all the DVDs and vinyl in another area. As you can see, as I'm just trying to get my way through. Quite a fair few common titles here in terms of the DVDs, as always, you know, always to be expected in a charity shop to see common titles. Real shame that we couldn't go into Donation Centre Plus, but as I say, there is the odd Blu-ray that sneaks in, and this one here is Sex Tape, Cameron Diaz, Jason Segel there, and then also I'm seeing Prometheus there as well, and I think there was another two down here. Yes, Wolf of Wall Street is there, as well as you can see, Avengers Infinity War. So yeah, a few Blu-rays out and about, but there is another side to this unit, so let's go over there. Seeing some Disney stuff here, Pocahontas, Lady and the Tramp, £3. This is like CEX prices, not charity shop prices, but there's 3 Disney ones there. And then, as you can see, they've got a few other bits here just on here. Again, real common stuff. Nice little slipcover here. Family favourites, one for The Polar Express, one of my favourite Christmas films ever, to be honest. And then look at this, Blu-ray shelf full of blues, as you can see. But again, all £3 each. Like, they're just too expensive in a charity shop. Like, that's too expensive. That's probably why there's so many here. They've got some Ted there, Johnny English, Kevin Bridges live, Bruno, Milk, Expendables, Step Up. Remember those Step Up films? That was a fun time. That was a weird time in cinema, actually. Star Trek, Dumbo, not to mention Snow White, Frozen, Princess and the Frog, which I've never seen, Eclipse, Avatar, Jurassic World, Hot Fuzz. Right, back in the car now, a bit stuffy in here, a bit warm. I'm going to drive home now. I've got to go somewhere on the way home as well. I'm picking up some pickups from Facebook Marketplace. Luckily, the guy only lived about 20 minutes from me, 15 minutes from me, but it's also on the way home from where we are now. So I'm on my way there. Picking up 3 4Ks for £20, so that's going to be good. Yeah, that's going to be interesting, so stay tuned for that. But we're on our way back now, and as I say, go and get them, and then We'll then head to Cardiff on Monday to go and see the new releases, and then show you guys all of the pickups that we made during the video. Yes, HMV Cardiff then, Monday morning, 9 AM, and the first thing we're seeing is, of course, The Nice Guys. The second side big box set, $44.99. Bit expensive for me, to be honest. £45 for a movie. I don't know. I just think that's a lot of money. You know, you can kind of justify it with maybe the vaults or a really nice Steelbook limited edition set, but these are just, I don't know. It's just a lot of money. Next to that, Earth, that's a lot of money for you. You can't just get the standard Amaray. No slipcover, unfortunately, which is a shame. But $26.99. Like, what is second sight? The new Criterion or something? They've got some vintage stuff here. Darling on the shelf, of course. This is the standard Blu-ray there, $14.99. Next to that, though, underneath, we've got the 4K of Darling. Again, a vintage classic release that is coming out, and that is $22.99. So pretty good price on that one. We've got then Frankenstein 1970. This is the archive collection version. $14.99 for that release. So pretty nice on that release there. And then they've also got another archive one here. This is From Beyond the Grave. Again, $14.99 for that archive collection release. So nice to see those on the shelf there. We then get another vintage classic. This is The Third Man, $22.99 for this one, with a really nice looking slipcover. Very good colours on that one. We've got The Outsiders then. This is the complete novel from Francis Ford Coppola, $22.99, with a really nice looking slipcover. That nice artwork, and I guess really nostalgic to a lot of people. Then we've got the section over here, new to 4K. Unfortunately, no Witness in stock. They do have slots there, but maybe there's no space. Down on the arrows in W, there is no Witness. So Witness was not in stock today. Black Bag, though, was. This is the Mike Fassbender movie alongside Kate Blanchett, of course. $24.99, no slipcover, just a bog standard release, but it does come with a Blu-ray for the 4K. There is also a Blu-ray coming out, of course, of Black Bag. This is by Kate Blanchett and Mike Fassbender, obviously. Again, $14.99 for this one, though. Not a bad film, but not something I was interested in. One-time watch for me. Miller's Girl, though, this is the Jenna Ortega, Martin Freeman film, and as you can see there, a dangerous romance between a teacher and his student. $14.99. I think it's more the student that's interested in Martin Freeman, but he's a bit like, I'm a teacher. No. Yeah. Point Blank is out, though, as well. $9.99 for this one. This is one of the releases that's coming out. There's quite a few of these. We've then got The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, $9.99 for that one as well. Looks like a lot of older titles coming out. And then The Treasure of Sierra Madre. These are all by the premiums, though, so I'm not too sure what that's happening with these. But yeah, they're all by the premiums. Four Mothers is out as well on the BFI. This is the artwork for it. Really nice looking artwork, to be honest, by Darren and Colin Thornton. $15.99 for that release through BFI, of course. We've got a few sale items here. So a triple pack there of How to Train Your Dragon is down to $14.99 now. Of course, with the new film in the cinema, that is down to $14.99. That is the triple set there of the three films. I've only ever seen the first one, so I really want to watch the two. On those any purchases, though, Mission Impossible is still there, but we have got some new additions. John Wick 2, John Wick 4 as well now is on there for the $11.99, which is really nice that they're doing that. Pay £12 for a newer-ish title. But also Matrix Resurrections is there for $9.99 too. The bargain bin that I showcased last week, they only have a couple of copies of Willow left, 4 copies in total, a couple of copies of Black Adam, but only 1 copy of Signs. All the Sixth Sense ones have gone at the $15.99 price. So yeah, they've really done well this week. Only 1 copy of the House of Dragon as well. Not too sure if they sold them or if they're just keeping some back, but either way, they've just got rid of a lot that is actually on the shop floor. A few copies of Joker 2 is out there as well, but yeah, a lot has gone. So yeah. All right, guys, I am back home now from Blu-ray hunting, of course. Just got to wrap up all of this, and it is the end of my working day. A bit of a busy day doing all these videos. It's quite a lot, to be honest. It doesn't look a lot, but it does take it out of me, to be honest. Maybe I can't do this every week, but I can try, but it's just hard. If you guys appreciate the effort, of course, please do like the video down below. Let's try and get this video over 100 likes. Let's try and do that. You know, appreciate the effort that I'm putting in for you guys. We've got that massive pickups bag here. There's a couple of pickups in there which we got from Port Talbot and Swansea. We also have 2 things to get into here. One delivery which came, which
is a new release for next week, so stay tuned for that in a second. But last week, you guys may have remembered that I actually opened and discussed the Sweeney. Now, this was gifted to me by the studio and stuff, and they have sent this over for me to provide my information and update to you guys on my thoughts on it. It is a TV show from the year 1947, as I say 1947, 1974, and it comes in this, it's all been released on Blu-ray for the first time. There's the box thing, all the discs inside. We opened this last week, so if you are interested, go back and watch that. But anyway, I said I would watch a few episodes this week and let you know my thoughts. Basically, I watched the first episode, which is titled Regan. Now, the first episode is like an hour and a half kind of thing. It's basically like a special TV pilot, so to speak, and it is like, I guess, a TV movie, really. But it's just the first episode, but just an hour and a half. So I watched that, basically. That's what I did, and I haven't got into any of the episodes yet. Amazing picture quality on this, I gotta say. For something I've never seen before, you can tell that it's definitely, been remastered and done very, very well. And that's what was actually said inside this little booklet thing here, which I was reading, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to read this on camera. So the armchair pilot story Regan, which is the episode I watched, as well as the episodes of the Sweeney series, were restored from the original 16mm AB negatives, with shot-by-shot grading work done. Digital processes such as image stabilization, deflicker, scratch concealment, and a combination of automatic and manual cleanup of the visual defects. The first episode, titled Ringer, is of a lower quality due to no master materials existing and have been reconstructed from the 3 faded, worn 16mm prints. The 2012 restoration masters have had further defect removal, as well as grading work undertaken when the restoration of the remaining episodes continued between 2022 and 2025. The 4:3 aspect ratio presentation, complete with the Thames logo and commercial breaks, remains faithful to the original broadcasts. This is why physical media is important, because, as I say, the first episode is of lower quality due to there's not much there. The 3 faded, worn 16mm prints. There's only 3 prints of it ever produced. If that totally had printed and it wasn't converted and upscaled to Blu-ray and digital versions, then we would never ever be able to see that TV show again. This is why physical media is important, and of course showcasing these type of shows and stuff on here is very important, because the amount of work that goes into this is a lot. So the Sweeney then, I would recommend you check it out. Really good quality, a series that probably genre wise isn't for me, but I'm definitely going to continue on and watch the episodes that I can. I think there's 8 episodes, and you can get this right now on Amazon for $49.99. Link is down below if you are interested, so please go and check that out. Series 2 is going to be released later in the year. I think it's at 1st of September, so stay tuned for that, and we may have that on the channel to bring to your faces. So there is my update on the Sweeney there. Pretty good. Every time I say the Sweeney, I think of like Sweeney Todd, but it's definitely not Sweeney Todd. But nonetheless, a really, really interesting show, and we'll get into that, and maybe by the end of the month it'll be featured a bit more heavily on my what I watched during the month, because of course there's a lot more in there. Right, so here we go. We have a box to open up here. This is a delivery that's just come in today, and it's actually a new release that is coming out next week. It is Subway. This is another copy that has been sent out by Studio Canal, the same company that actually sent me In the Lost Land, so thank you so much for sending this over. We will just open up this though. As you can see, this is a Steelbook release. I don't think there's a standard release of this, actually. I think it is just a Steelbook coming out, and this is called Subway. This is total a blind viewing for me, but really nice that they have sent this over, of course. This is the 4K Steelbook release of Subway. Doesn't that look like Luke Skywalker with a lightsaber? What I will say though, the Steelbook is really good condition. You can just see the eyes there. Look at them glimmer with the blue as it hits the light. It's got some sort of coating in there. Look at that, really cool. It's actually quite eerie actually when you see it on on here. Anyways, we'll take out the little J card here for a second. Then on the back we've got this little image here. As again, no real effects on that one, and then we've got the actual title there as well, Subway. So this is a film directed by Luc Besson, I think he's French. Second feature is a stylish urban odyssey which helped to consolidate Besson's reputation for unique, visually creative cinema. So basically the film is, after stealing sensitive documents from a boss, Fred takes refuge in the Paris metro while hiding in his labyrinth and surreal world beneath the city, Fred attempts to blackmail the boss's wife, Helena, into exchanging money for the documents. As Fred's bond with Helena deepens, and as his life interweaves with the denizens living in the shadows, denizens, the police and the mob close in from all angles. So it's going to be quite a dark film. It's going to look quite good on an OLED. There is the entire steelbook there. Really good quality, of course. No dents, no spine slash. We are happy days. There is the spine, as I said, upside down. There is the spine. Lovely. It's Subway, as in the subway for a train, not the sandwich. And inside then we do get 3 discs. So upside down. There is the disc there. We get the 4K disc there, and then 2 Blu-rays. Looks like we get the feature and special features, and then a separate disc which is just entirely for special features. So on the 4K disc you get the actual feature, of course, as well as the making of Subway, and you get the same on the Blu-ray. And then the extra Blu-ray disc comes with 5 different, actually, there you go, 5 different extra bonus things there, which is pretty cool. They are on the screen there. This does come with a standard DTS HD master audio, and it is actually in French with English subtitles. This will be a movie that I watched this week, and I will report back on my findings next week. But as I say, it is out from next Monday, and I'll be providing you my review then, so stay tuned. But thanks to Studio Canal for shipping this over to me. There we go. So there is some new things that we've had delivered. I did not expect that Subway release to be today, to be honest. I thought I was getting in around the week that it comes out, and in fairness, some of my deliveries for the gifted stuff doesn't come in really the week of. It just comes in as and when, so I did not expect it, so that was nice. Right, the moment you've all been waiting for then, the CEX pickups from Port Talbot as well as Swansea. I won't make you guys wait anymore for why we went, well, not why we went to Port Talbot, but one of the main reasons I went to Port Talbot was to pick up something that is a pretty unique thing that I have not got, and I really want to get into these. And I picked it up. There's a slight tear on there. I was a bit like, do I buy it, do I not? And then it just dawned on me, and basically was like, if I got sent this in the mail, would I return it? I probably wouldn't. So the fact that there was only one in stock in the country, I just decided, you know what, James, just get it, because if they delivered this to you, you would have been happy. So that was my rationale. So I picked up the Vault number 3 there. Scarface, Al Pacino, yes. 52 for the Vault version here, which comes with the things that is listed there. Here is the back. You've seen all of these Vault things before though. Something I want to get into. I want to get into these vaults because these are quite nice. There's only about, I say only, but there's only about, I think, 12 of them, maybe. There's a few coming out at the end of the year as well. We're getting some new ones. They don't seem to release them all the time. They're released, but they're not like overdone. So they do feel quite limited, and they're really nice. Taking off the little clear slip cover then, this is what we get. As you can see, really good design. Look at the quality on that. Then the red, just really nice. Spine there. You can just see the rip that I was talking about, which we'll get into in a sec. And then the back there, good quality as well. And also this little hinge here is like, it's like magnetic, really good quality. So that rip, so there is the rip that I was on about. I don't want to pull it too much, but you can kind of just see it there. And that is the only bit of damage on this actual edition. And the reason why I basically, when I put this over the top then, here we go. So you can see the rip there, but when this goes over there, you don't see it. You just don't see it. It just disappears. And I just thought to myself, if that's all I'm worried about, is that little rip, then yeah. Granted, if this was graded, this should have been a B grade and it might have been cheaper, which is obviously that argument that CEX should be grading things, in my opinion, especially things of this value. But at the same time, it's not ideal, but it's, in the grand scheme of things, I'd rather something like that happen, which you can't even get your finger in it, to be honest, to thing it. But anyways, inside then, we will open this up. So you can see you've got this like, what did I say? Every dog has his day. There, really good artwork, and as you can just see the magnets through there, like it's put together really well. We then have, I'll put that down, got the little pamphlet here, Scarface, Al Pacino, The World Is Yours. And again, all of these things in here are just immaculate. Little ID card there. Pictures. There's 4 pictures in total. all of those ones. We've got then some other bigger art cards then. More of the poster. There's that one, and then that one. There we go. So all the bits and bobs are included, which is lovely. And again, just going to put all this back in here now, out of the way. Like I say, none of this is ripped in here. Be really careful. But like this little thing, like even that is not ripped. That's the stuff that would bother me more than that, to be honest. Right, so there's that little pamphlet. And then inside, when you open it up, you do get then your little plaque. So you can see mine's 987. If I get this out. And this was, I went to Bridgewater and saw one of these in Bridgewater. And the thing that was breaking on them a lot is this little thing here, where they kind of slide through. But I think, I was looking at it, this side is perfect. This is how it should be, more of a hard stop. But this is quite a common fault on these. And I think I can get my finger in there to pull this out and do some super gluing on that. I think I can fix it a little bit. So yeah. So my plaque then is this one. Here it is. 987 of 3,000. And then really good. And then the final thing you get inside then is this little thing, which it comes with all the discs. So it's a nice little sleeve, which is that. And then if I open this out, there we go. Say hello to my little friend. Every day above a ground is a good day. And then there's the discs and all of that. So really good quality. As I say, just that little rip on the front. And I saw it right at the end. I was like, oh, I'm going to get this. And then I saw that and I did say no initially. I walked outside, had a look online, saw there was only one in the UK and just thought, you know what? If it got delivered to me like this, would I return it? And I probably wouldn't. I probably would just keep it. Especially when you put this on. If I do this here, you can see you can't see it, and when it's like on its side you can't see it. This thing kind of protects it in a way, and this slip thing is immaculate because the one of these in Bridgewater was awful quality. So there it is, the Scarface Vault number 3. I'm going to be getting these, of course, very slowly probably, because whenever they come in stock and also cost wise, but I've got my first one now, and it's going to be the start of another shelf coming soon, which I'm going to put another shelf in for oversized stuff here, because, well, this is just not going to fit on these, is it? So yeah, there it is. But I'm really pleased with that, to be honest, and I'm glad I got it. So awesome stuff there. I got to get the stickers off and all that, which I will do. And yeah, so that was Port Talbot. Didn't get anything else in Port Talbot. There was nothing I wanted to grab in, you know, Blu-ray wise or nothing. It was just that. But I did get 3 4Ks in Swansea. Really good store, and it's kind of bittersweet, one of these, because I actually picked up my copy of Godzilla, which I said in my voiceover. I picked this up used, I remember, in Swansea, and they had another copy of it there, which is pretty cool. But I needed one more to finish my collection. Yes, Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, of course. There it is. This is the latest Monsterverse movie. Really good quality on this one, of course. £12, really decent price as well. Currently it's on 3 for £50 at the moment. So, you know, yeah, you'll see what I mean. I kind of got 3 4Ks here, and they are all on 3 for £50, but I didn't pay that. So yeah, it comes in a slim case, which they've started to do now, of course. There is that, lovely. And then just the 1 4K disc in there, unfortunately. But £12 for that, great price. And it's kind of like, well, I bought, like, you'll see what I mean now, but I kind of just wanted to finish off some things, because this was the last one I needed in the Monsterverse stuff, because I had all of them, all 4 of them here, but I needed X Kong, the New Empire. So pleased to get that one in for 12. Another one that I was missing and didn't have, and needed to complete my little collection, is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire here. £10 on this one. Again, a really good price. This has come down quite a bit recently. We've got the 4K there, as well as the Blu-ray. Not a bad film this wasn't, from what I remember. I really did enjoy this film. I do enjoy the Ghostbusters films. Probably my highlight of doing YouTube is watching Ghostbusters, to be honest, because it's just a franchise I wouldn't have been interested in before, but a lot of you guys, you know, mentioned it. So there is Frozen Empire, of course. Lovely. It will sit alongside my other 4 Ghostbusters films there. I do not have a slipcover for this one though, because they didn't release a slipcover for it. So yeah, it might be one we look to get printed, so stay tuned for that. But of course, as I needed to finish my Godzilla Kong stuff, I also needed to finish the Ghostbusters, so nice to be able to finish off some things that I needed to finish off behind me, of course. And then the final one, which is also on a 3 for 50 at HMV, is a film you don't see that often out and about, especially with the slipcover. Smile. Really, really good condition as well. Look at this. Awesome stuff. I've never seen the Smile films, and I know, of course, the second Smile slipcover got pulled because there was a misprint on this. They pulled every slipcover off and basically threw them away, which is a shame, and it's a very rare one now to have. But I just picked it up for £10. There it is. There's Smile. Really good. Awesome stuff. Yeah. So £32 altogether for 3. These would have been 3 for 50 new, so a significant saving of £18, of course, which would have cost me that in HMV. So must buys for those two. They're things that I'm collecting, of course, and this one, of course, is something that I'm just interested to watch. So really, really good picks, and they had a ton of steelbooks and stuff there. They had so much to even look into, to be honest. So it was just so much going on, and I'm really pleased with the trip. I did forget totally to actually go to HMV in Swansea, just completely forgot that it existed, and I only paid for the parking for half an hour, didn't I? So I totally forgot about it, to be honest. But I think what I was is I kind of knew I was going to HMV today, so the video already had HMV in there. Yesterday was all about going to, of course, the CEX stores in both Port Talbot and Swansea, which turned out to be a great success. So I'm very pleased with the trip and looking forward to continuing hunting now for more and more of these. So not a bad week this week with these pickups here, as well as then the Sweeney, of course, from last time, which we looked at, as well as now Subway, which we will watch and review this week, which is coming out next week for you guys. Link down below if you want to pre-order it and stuff. So yes, that is this week's haul. So there it is. Thank you so much for watching this week's Blu-ray hunting video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you do appreciate the effort that went into making this video, there's a lot that went into it, to be honest. Driving to Port Talbot, driving to Swansea, a lot going on, all of that. I did pick up some stuff from Facebook Marketplace, but because I have so much to showcase in this video, I'm going to do a separate video for that in the week, so stay tuned for that. As I say though, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you appreciate the video, please do subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers, which is crazy to say, but hopefully we get there pretty soon, and only you guys can make that happen. So please hit the subscribe button down below, and of course, let's get this video to 100 likes if you do like what you see. Thanks for watching. As I say though, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.